Why the did you move all my stuff around? Put that back together. What's up, YouTube? OGKizza back, and today we are doing a video, something a little bit different. We are actually on Reddit. Right, we're on Reddit, and we're gonna be reading some of the most outrageous things from this Reddit sub-channel. So today the subreddit we're looking at is r/am I the asshole? Let's go and click the first one. Am I the asshole for keeping a family cookbook that was previously thrown away? See, this is very very niche. This is very specific. Like, why would you be an asshole for throwing a cookbook? To be fair, if it was a handwritten cookbook, then that might be a different story. Anyway, let's read into it. More than 10 years ago, my SIL, what's that mean? Sales Mill, what? Oh, sister-in-law's mother-in-law's passed away. The family cleaned out her house. I mean, right, let's just go back to that. Rest in peace to the sister-in-law's mother-in-law. All right, rest in peace. Don't know how that works, but rest in peace. The family cleaned out her house, took what they wanted, then decided to toss the rest. Before it was tossed, my sister-in-law said to see if there was anything I wanted. All I could find was an old cookbook, which was in plain sight on the kitchen table. That was me fast forwarding, right? Fast forward to this year when I posted a photo of my island with cookbooks all over it. I was looking for a certain recipe. My brother-in-law, Bill, saw the photo of his mother's cookbook, then demanded its return. I refused. The whole family is in uproar, half on my side, half on his. I've had to block quite a few from being able to contact me. Sorry? You've had to block your family because of a cookbook? Oh my days. As they were really rude. Am I the asshole for not returning it? If I hadn't taken it, it was going to be thrown away. So your title doesn't make any sense, all right? Because you said that was previously thrown away. It wasn't thrown away. You just said in the text that it was clearly on the kitchen table, so you took it. Because it's your sister-in-law's mother-in-law, then technically that mother is not related to you. And so the brother-in-law, who is obviously the son of the mother who passed, I think should reasonably be able to get that back, right? Because that was his mum's. But there's so many sister-in-laws, cousin-in-laws, queef-in-laws. I don't know. Like, what? I think he might be the asshole because I'm not being funny, right? If that's his mum's cookbook, then yeah, you should be giving that back. You should be giving that back. Next one. Am I the asshole for not making my dad-in-law coffee and telling her my daughter? Oh, what the hell? Who mode? What the hell? Okay, so am I not the asshole for not making my daughter-in-law coffee and telling her I'm not a barista? My son and daughter-in-law Emily are staying in our home probably for the next month due to water damage in their home. The company is fixing the damage, but the flooring was damp. Right. The company is fixing the damage, but the flooring was damaged, so it's not very livable right now. They have only been there for less than a week, and I'm having an issue. I work nights. I come back home around 6:30 a.m. and then go to bed. My husband is usually up, so I make him a coffee/breakfast before I turn in. So she's back at 6 o'clock. She makes her husband coffee and breakfast and then goes to bed. Cool. I mean, fair play. I'm not doing that personally, but fair play. It's just something I like to do. More quality time before he heads to work. I asked my son Emily. Oh, sorry. I asked my son and Emily if they would also like a coffee or breakfast before they go to work. They said no to food, but yes to coffee. That was easy, and I just made 2 extra cups. I asked them to tell me if they wanted me to change how they make their coffee. I thought if they would just tell me, use this cream, or if they had a preference on blend. So you're saying you said no to making your daughter-in-law because Yes, you are the asshole, right? You are the asshole. You asked them, is there a certain way you like your coffee? Like, do you want this cream? Do you want this blend? I will go to Starbucks and they will ask me the same question, all right? You are the asshole right now. Jesus Christ. Right. Blah, 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 blah. Emily texted me last night and said she left instructions for coffee. This morning, I came home to a very detailed instruction on how to make a complex coffee. It was like a Starbucks drink. She wanted foam milk on the top, different syrups, and a specific coffee bean, ground fresh, and a different brewing method. We have a drip coffee machine. Most of the stuff was on the counter. So you ask her how she likes her coffee. She gives you a list on how she likes her coffee. All right, let's carry on. I decided I wasn't doing that and I just made a normal coffee. Emily wasn't happy and we got into an argument before she went to work. I basically told her I'm not a Starbucks barista and I'm not doing all of that. Oh, sorry, I'm not going all that. Wait, and I'm not going all that. And I'm not going. All right, she told me I shouldn't have offered in the first place if I wouldn't make the coffee to her liking. We left on a sour note. I've just been getting texts from my son about not being hospitalized, so I'm having trouble sleeping at the moment. You're having trouble sleeping over a coffee. You asked her. What? Let's see the comments. If your son's doubling down like that, it sounds like it's time for he and his entire wife to see. Frankly, if you're being kind. Nah, see, I think you'd be in the asshole. If you ask someone how do they like their coffee and they come back and say, here's how I like my coffee, and you just go, nah. Nah, I'm not making that for you today. But of course it's gonna cause an uproar. Like, what? Of course it's gonna cause an uproar. Next! Am I the asshole for telling my cousin to stop rearranging my apartment after she moved in? I, 23, thank you for confirming your age. I'm so glad that changes the whole perspective of the story. Live alone in a small apartment a small apartment. Last week, my cousin Mara, 26, thank you for confirming it. Thank you for confirming her age. That also changed the plot of the story again. She needed a place to crash after her roommate moved out. She said it would only be for a few days, so I agreed. Okay, that's very nice of you. Everything was fine at first. She helped with the groceries and tidying up, and then things started changing. After 4 days, I noticed she was rearranging my things, not just cleaning, moving things. My bathroom cabinet. Out of all the things, she goes to the bathroom and goes, "Do you know what? I'm gonna move this. I'm gonna do it. Fuck you. I'm gonna do it." But even to the extent of a spice rack. Oh my days. Even the books on my shelf, right? So you've got to be next level OCD to realize your books have moved. Oh! Mayday! I spilled my drink! Hold up. I just spilled my drink everywhere. Oh no. It's all over my mind. Right, 2 seconds. I need to quickly go sort my stuff out. Right, just to be safe, I changed mic. Where were we? So, I didn't mind too much at first, but yesterday when I came back home from work, I walked into my entire living room being changed around. She moved my couch, my desk, even put some of my decorations away because she thought they made the space look too cluttered. See, to be fair, yeah, don't be moving into my house and moving my stuff, all right? Like, there's like different, bro. There's different, like, you don't do that. There's just boundaries, all right? You just do not do that. She seemed so proud of it, like she had done me a big favor. I tried to stay calm and said, "Oh, you moved my stuff around." She immediately got defensive, saying she thought I'd appreciate her helping me make the place look more put together. I told her I actually preferred things the way they were, and that I would have appreciated if she asked first. Now she's being quiet and petty, staying in her room with the door half shut. I spent the evening putting my place back together because it doesn't feel like my apartment anymore. I'm wondering if I overreacted. I get that she's under stress, but it's my space. is it reasonable to expect someone to respect that? Or am I just being too sensitive? Like, if she's paying rent, that still don't give her the choice. If she's just not paying rent, she's staying there. No, that doesn't give her the choice to move your stuff around. Like, personally, if I'm in my apartment and someone was like, "Oh, look, I need a place to live," I'm not doing all that, right? I'm gonna walk in and I'm gonna crash out and I'm gonna be like, "Why the fuck did you move all my fucking stuff around? Put that shit back together." I don't. Anyways, yeah, I'm not gonna crash out because obviously I still live with my parents. So, anyways, yes, you're no. This time you're not the asshole. That lady who moved in, your cousin, she's the asshole. All right, we're gonna do one more. I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna do one more. How big's this one? All right, here we go. Am I the asshole for telling my aunt I couldn't help with her legal issues? I'm 23 female. Thank you for clarifying. Finishing my law degree, not from the US, so timeline is a bit different, and currently focused on my dissertation. I'm not admitted yet, and I'll be starting a firm next year, so I'm cautious about what I say regarding legal matters. That's reasonable. You don't want to just shoot yourself in the foot before you even think about a career or like even start having a career. I live at home and my aunt visits our home frequently, and most of the time it's to ask to help understanding some legal. She used to do the same with my dad, who isn't a lawyer. Thank you for confirming. Your dad's not a lawyer. Where does he work as? A cleaner? A mechanic? Or maybe he might just stock shelves in the local Walmart. I wouldn't know. Thank you for confirming he's not a lawyer. Asking him to read judgments and interpret court decisions. During a recent dinner at our place, she asked me what I was doing this summer. I told her I'm working on my dissertation and balancing that with some time off. She dismissed that and I repeated that, well, you have nothing going on, so help me with my case. I reiterated that I'm committed to my dissertation. I'm probably saying that completely wrong. So basically, she's at the dinner and she's gone, do you know what? Your plans, all right? I want you to read my court case. So I still tried to be polite and asked her what the drama was about so she could vent. Instead of answering me, she explained the entire situation to my mother in another language I do not understand. So I wasn't able to follow any of it. So basically, she just pretty much pied you off. She went to your mum and just went and started speaking another language. Obviously, I can't say that like on camera because that's just tight. But she's just literally just brushed you off. After she left, my mum told me I was rude and I should have acted more willing to help. She said that if you had sounded more enthusiastic, her example being, yes, what is going on? Tell me so I can help you. My aunt would have spoken in Canto/Mando. What's that? She also said I should have offered to refer her to someone, even though I don't know anyone in my area of law. I would simply be searching the internet like anyone else. So your mum's pretty much taking her sister's side, which is reasonable. But let me be honest right now, you did say you were busy, and like obviously the auntie is just like disregarded that. So yeah, I don't know. You're not the asshole at the moment. This isn't the first time something like this has happened on separate occasion. This aunt asked me to. This aunt, bro. You know it's beef when she just goes this aunt. This aunt asked me to find a lawyer for her friend. I found one on Google that seemed reputable and basically told her that they looked good based on reviews on Google. But I can't personally vouch for them since I don't know anyone in that field, nor anyone who works at that particular firm. My mum said the disclaimer made me sound unhelpful and I should have just handed over the name with more enthusiasm. Yeah, but you don't know what you're talking about. You've just got on Google, like, no, your family's kind of being a bit of the asshole here. I think a bit of context on my family's ethnic background may be relevant. My mum is Asian, thank you for confirming, and grew up with cultural expectations around helping extended family and sharing willingness, even if you can't ultimately do much. My dad is white, thank you for confirming, and I grew up in a Western country, so I tend to communicate more directly, which sometimes leads to mismatched expectations between us. So yeah, that is true. Asian backgrounds tend to help anyone and anyone. You could literally be like penniless and poor in the street, and someone from an Asian background would potentially give you pennies because that's just what they are. That's just their culture. They're a helping culture. So I could tell where your mum was a bit disappointed, even if you did just go, "Oh, well, I don't know anyone, but let's look on Google." Right? You could have found solutions, but the way your auntie went around about it was just like, "Come on now, like I can't help you. I'm going to be busy." Do you know what I mean? Give me a break, but it's fine. Right now, I think it's neck on neck. I'm sitting on the fence. Let me read the last paragraph. Also, I've tried explaining that in law, you have to be upfront about your limitations and avoid getting the impression that you can guarantee anything, especially when you're not admitted. But of course, my mum thinks I'm taking things too seriously and that no one would interpret my words that literally. Even though on the off chance they did take it seriously, I would be the one bearing the burden, not her. This disagreement ended up souring the mood in the whole house, and now I'm being treated as though I was rude during dinner. Am I the asshole for being honest about my boundaries, and what can I realistically offer? ETA, I forgot to mention about my aunt is in the business of property investments. She hired really expensive lawyers before with cases that have gone up to the Supreme Court. Right, let's break this down quickly because this one's quite crazy. So, yeah, your aunt asked you if you could help her with the legal side of things. You said sorry, no, I'm just practicing on my dissertation. Fair enough, but with your auntie being well off and hired private lawyers and stuff, and then this case went to the Supreme Court, I would feel more than blessed to be even to try and help with that. Like, the other cases could be completely stupid, but I would probably be blessed and even try and do my little help or like even partaking a little bit, like just searching on Google. So I'm sat on the fence with this one. I'm not really too certain. I think you might have been an asshole for the way you've gone about it, but your auntie shouldn't have gone the way she went. She could have just respected your question. But do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, it is what it is. But that's the last one. On to the outro. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all your support in my last video. We nearly hit 100 views. Like, wow. I'm going to start doing this YouTube thing more regularly. I wanted to put in the comments what you would like to see me do, watch, play, react. I will be reading every single comment. Make sure you take the time to smash that like button, slap that subscribe button, share this to anyone and everyone with ears, and I'd appreciate it. And again, guys, till next time, we're going to cut this video off here, and I'll be looking forward for you guys to be watching the next video. Again, thank you for your support. I appreciate it. And guys, just tell me what you want me to do. I'll do it. Love you. See you later.